Welcome back to the ECS Season 7 Finals, where during the break, we were treated to some lovely action from DJ Mima. You can see it just behind me here. Lovely logo appearing on the stage. There we go. And the crowd were absolutely loving it, I think. We saw some guys dancing down there. It was absolutely fabulous. But we are here to talk about Counter-Strike. And before the break, we saw Furia heading to our semi-final after a very convincing 2-0 win against North. But now we are here to talk about NRG versus Vitality. And what a game this is stacking up to be, guys.
I mean, NRG looked very solid in their game against Furia, which qualified them for the semi-final. So I'm very curious to see if they can keep that level up. Whereas for Vitality, it's been a little bit up and down as recently. The one Beyond the Summit, which was a highlight in the team history of Vitality, coming into Dallas, didn't really look that great. Now they're here in a semi-final again, facing NRG. It's a match that is going to define a lot for these two teams and the season going ahead, I'd say.
Yeah, especially because, I mean, after Summit and everything, and also Dallas, NRG was talking about, Daph specifically was saying this in interviews, the fact that they've kind of figured out that, well, we can't just place Tarek in wherever we used to play. We kind of need to go back to the drawing board, figure out how to utilize him to the best of his ability. They've done that going into this tournament. I think that's why we're seeing such an upswing in terms of results, in terms of performances. That's why they made it directly to a semifinals. On the side of Vitality, again, still, like, while it's been up and down, what they've been showcasing here in ECS so far has been pretty decent. I think we haven't seen the best to come out of, players like ZywOo, but we've seen a bit of a, I guess, rollback of the years from players like RBK, which is always fun to see. So it should make for really, really good semifinals.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as you pointed out there, NRG managed to make it straight through to our semifinals. They weren't playing at all yesterday, which, I mean, it's given them some time to kind of recuperate, right? Everybody likes some preparation time.
They do, and I think NRG needed, especially considering what you just said. They realized after Dallas that they can't place Tarek in all Fuckley's role. They need to activate him. They need to make sure that he feels comfortable. And having an extra day to watch Vitality play yesterday, but also to make sure that Tarek is feeling even more comfortable in his roles is a big thing, because there's only been 5 days since they finished the journey at Dallas coming into this tournament. So every day counts for NRG, and I think that's a good and a positive sign for them that they realize they need to change something.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what were you going to say?
No, just to kind of play devil's advocate in that sense, that obviously we saw the team that directly qualified for semifinals coming into the other semifinals.
Sure.
Didn't really pan out for them. So, sometimes it could be good to kind of constantly stay activated and playing games each and every day of a tournament, while, some teams actually prefer that day off where they can actually use to practice, basically for 8 hours or do whatever nitty-gritty detail work that they need to do in order to prepare. So I'm curious to see how NRG can be able to deal with having a break leading into this big of a match.
Yeah, well, obviously, Vitality, we saw them falling to North yesterday, who have now just been kicked out of the tournament by Furia, of all people. And then, obviously, qualifying against Complexity, who sadly were going home. But, I mean, they've had a much more turbulent round, you'd say.
I would say so. It hasn't been looking solid yet for North. I think the biggest thing for me is obviously to change the in-game leader to Balde, and I think he needs more time in order to sort of fit the team around him and make sure that he can activate the players he has around him. Kerpy is probably the guy that you want to look to if you need a star player for North. He's been looking solid this tournament. He's been playing some good Counter-Strike, better than he has in some while, but it's not good enough. If you want to be a team that competes with the 5 best teams in the world, which I feel and which I sense North ambition is, you need somebody to take that role as a star player and consistently deliver tournament after tournament. Veld is going to be the in-game leader now, so it can't be him. Yuki, he's been a little bit too much up and down. I think he's, again, showing great signs, but who's it going to be from North? AC, we haven't seen him play, consistently well in more than 2 years. They have so much potential, but they still need to figure out how to activate all that skill they have on the team.
Yeah, I said that it's, at day one, really. I think North are one line of change away from being a really, really, really good team.
We said that for a long time, though.
Yeah, but they haven't changed the right player in my eyes. So, but I'm going to leave it at that.
Well, I mean, speaking of star player, we've got ZywOo obviously coming up on the stage. Youngblood bringing a lot to the team of Vitality. You want to talk about him for a little bit?
I mean, ZywOo is a player you have to be looking out for. I think he's a player that potentially could channel Symbol for being the best player in the world in a year from now on, maybe even at the end of this year. I think every time you see him play, he seems so much more mature as a player than you'd expect. People forget that he's only been playing at this level for, 5-6 months, ever since Vitality was formed.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, he has not had a lot of LAN experience. He has not had a lot of experience on this level, on a stage for that matter, but he keeps to delivering a delivery every single game that he plays. And the most important thing and the most impressive thing about ZywOo, I feel, is that every single tournament that he goes to, he always pulls off some ridiculously clutch, whatever that being a 1 versus 3 or a sick ace or something like that, he has it in him, even when he's having bad games. So he's a player you can't really keep down. You can maybe make sure that he has a bad start to a game, but he will always show up sometime in the game and do the hard stuff to you, and that's a big problem for anyone who's facing Vitality.
Absolutely. It's actually kind of funny on the both sides of these two teams. We do have a lot of young blood, really, that actually sparks them forward. I think on the side of NRG, you have players like Cirque, players like Breezy, and obviously Ethan as well, that does a ton of work and are obviously becoming basically the highlight players for the respective squads. And I think it's kind of refreshing to see. It's not necessarily the recycled players getting brought in time and time again who are I guess expected to do all the work. Now we're actually seeing some fresh new looks, even though I guess on the side of NRG we've kind of gotten used to seeing these players a bit around, but we have to consider in the context I guess of Counter-Strike Go, they're still pretty new.
Well, exactly, and it's almost time to meet our wonderful teams up on stage with Sue. But before that, let's take a closer look at how they made it to our semi-finals.
What's going on? How's he alive? Whoa! I've never seen anything like it. 2 versus 1. He's got everything he needs to win this.
Oh my god, that's nice!
Of the AWP hiding inside of the smoke. Nobody knows where they are. He's going to try and give you snipers out and Cywoo. Double orb into a knife to steal that round.
And that's going to save their bacon.
London, it is time to introduce the teams for our second semifinal match of the day. Coming up first is the North American squad fighting for their first grand final since the addition of Tarek, while facing them are the Frenchies looking completely revitalized with their recent Beyond the Summit title. Please welcome on stage, it is NRG and Vitality!
Go, go.
We can see our two teams heading up on the grand stage, and Alex being very proud with the England flag over his shoulders. You got to respect that, guys.
Gotta love a bit of crowd pandering. I mean, I'm never against it. And for a lot of people, I mean, they knew he had an English flag on Angel TV, etc., but they kind of figured, he is really French.
I personally consider him French.
Well, he himself considers himself English. Henry was one of the guys at Beyond the Summit just straight up asking, was like, yeah, how do you feel? Like, do you feel French? Do you feel English? He's like, no, I'm just full-on English.
Wow.
Like 100% British beef.
So a true Brit. Yeah, 100%
Exactly.
British beef up on that stage. And obviously, Zyru, it's his second time, weirdly enough, actually up on that stage, playing in the show match of the Face It London Major. I mean, he's got some warm-up there, right?
He got some warm-up. He got a lot to show off, right? This is a player that is supposed to be able to take over games, game after game. He's young, as we talked about before. He's not necessarily that experienced, but he plays like he's been playing this game on a top level for quite some time. You don't see Zyru make that many mistakes, and you see Zyru make a shit ton of good plays, to say it out loud. He is a star player, and I think, as we talked about before, he could potentially be up there with the Nikos, the Cold Zeros, and potentially even the Symbols of the world.
Yeah, it's pretty phenomenal because he's been on people's radar for quite some time. Obviously playing it against All Authority for quite a few years with, I guess, more or less his friends in that kind of sense, where he's constantly dropping 35 to 40 frags in every official game he plays. Everybody was just waiting for this moment to happen. Everybody knew he was a prodigy. Everybody was just kind of uncertain how long it would take for him to adjust to this kind of tier 1 level, and that's really just, it hasn't really been an issue at all. Came in, just snap of a finger, immediately one of the best players in the world, and that's just remarkable.
It is absolutely remarkable, and obviously to make it to the grand finals, they'll have to be taking down NRG, the team on the other side of the stage. And the last time they faced each other was actually at CS Summit, and Vitality came out champions on 2 maps, which is pretty solid, right?
It must feel pretty good for them, but NRG is a little bit of a It's a tough team to read right now, if I gotta be completely honest with you. We only see them play twice at this tournament, and it has looked solid, right? They did say in the interview that they're trying to change it up a little bit, trying to accommodate Tarek a little bit more, make sure that he feels comfortable. They are aware that they haven't been playing well, neither at Beyond the Summit or at the DreamHack Masters in Dallas, so they know they needed to change something. So far, so good. The problem with that is the sample size is so small. We only see them play, 3 maps, because they beat Furia 2-0, so we don't really know how deep that goes, and that's a problem for them. But you gotta give them credit. You gotta admire the fact that they've been able to play so well at this tournament so far. But are they gonna consistently be able to do that even with a day off? However, I'm not too sure about it.
No, you got to cross your fingers. And I think one thing that needs to be kept in mind as well, if you want to go back to referencing that Vitality Energy game at Summit, is the fact that that was kind of the start of everything for Vitality. They came into that after a longer period of, I guess, hibernation in that sense, where they've just been working on everything, getting their stuff together. So they were like specifically planned for that stretch of tournaments, Energy on there, and they kind of figured out after Dallas that, oh, what we're doing is not working, we need to mix things up. So I think it's going to be a very different look from both sides in that sense. Energy are going to be much more prepared to what they're coming up for, and pretty much the preparation that Vitality has done for Energy, while that is fine and dandy, it's not going to be as efficient the second time around as it was in the first matchup.
Well, exactly. I mean, as Sue mentioned on the stage of the first semi-final, that NRG are in with Tarek as the new addition, which is pretty crazy, right?
It's pretty nuts. I mean, when you saw how they pretty much performed towards August of last year and everything, winning IEM there, obviously not the sickest field of opposing teams in that sense, but still, like, winning tournaments, doing supremely well for themselves, getting to grand finals, you'd expect that to maintain and keep up, especially when you bring in so much firepower in Tarek compared to Fugly. But again, it's a team game, and that's kind of what they realize now as well. So I think this is just the start of a positive uptrend for Energy, that we're going to be seeing them competing for semi-final spots, grand final spots more and more as the future goes.
Yeah, and I mean, I kind of just want to talk a little bit more about the youngness of both these sides. You're saying the young players on NRG, obviously young players, and a pretty young team on the side of Vitality. Like, what is going to be happening between these two?
It's a good question, because I feel this game is, if you compare this game to the one we just saw between Furia and North, I think there's no doubt saying that in this game you have much more individual star power. You have a Saibu, right, who's a great player. You have Ethan, you have Breeze, you have Cirque, all players that used to be some of the best in their roles, or their respective roles within Counter-Strike. Cirque, a player that this year haven't really been playing that well, whereas for Ethan, he's been hearts out. I think he's the key to victory for NRG. I feel when he's aggressive in his game, when he's feeling it, he creates so much space around him that allows for Cirque, that allows for Breeze, and even allows for Tarek, if he gets accommodated enough, to play well. So if Ethan is having a great game, Vitality have a big task on their head, and that's something they have to look out for, because he's very explosive with the rifle. He's super, super good. He has a crisp aim, and he doesn't make a lot of mistakes either.
And honestly, that's one of the big success factors so far in this tournament. Obviously, we're talking about a small sample size, but the fact that Ethan, Cirque are both at the top of actually being in success rate in terms of opening frags. That's been one of the key marquees things for, I guess, win conditions for Energy so far in this tournament. They're winning 75% of their opening duels on CT sides. That makes your CT side life so much easier to deal with. And again, that allows for players like Breezy to actually get into his own groove, not necessarily feel stressed out. Because Breezy's not an entry fragger. I think he's actually towards the bottom of all players in the entire tournament when it comes to opening duels. But that's not the role he's meant to play. But he doesn't have to worry about that aspect of the game, because Zerk and Ethan are already taking care of it. And I mean, you've got to give a shout out to Tarek as well, because while he's not towards the top of the leaderboards in any of these statistics, he's just in the middle of the pack where he needs to be.
Well, we're going to go ahead even and take a look at our map vetoes for this matchup. What are you guys expecting coming into this?
Well, I mean, there's actually a pretty fair overlap. I'm expecting Train to go out. That's, again, a map Vitality doesn't really play too much. It's Energy's best one. I think actually Vertigo is going to be floated in this one, and that makes me really, really excited. Inferno being taken out from Energy, they pretty much have the, I guess, option between that and Nuke, I think, in my opinion.
Sure.
Because, again, both strong maps for Vitality, not the safest one for Energy. Energy are willing to play Inferno a lot, but they don't win it a whole lot.
That is a very interesting pick to me, though. I would say that Vitality should have picked Nuke, or that's what I would expect, considering that's been the go-to pick for not only for this tournament, but also in Dallas. NRG pick Mirage, it makes sense. It's a map they feel confident on, but they're strong on it as well. The problem for them is that Vitality have showed, not only in this tournament, but as of the past 2 months, that their Mirage is pretty solid. They did it at the major as well, where they were taking Na'Vi to a triple or quadruple overtime or something like that on the map of Mirage. So it's a very solid map for them. I think NRG has outplayed them a little bit in this veto, and let's say that the third map ends up being Nuke, then I think Vitality has it all set in stone for them.
Well, there you have it. I'm actually a little bit surprised that it's Vitality opting to take out Dust 2 because they've been so confident in it for the longest of time. It's one of their most played maps. It's one of the most successful maps, just statistically speaking. But I'm kind of hoping this is them realizing that Dust 2 is a bit finicky.
Well, we can see the players down there. Sorry to cut you off, Albert, but they are ready to get into this. We need to get into your predictions. Let's go for you, Pimp, first.
I mean, I think NRG are the better team here. Not the better team, but I think they've been showing the better Counter-Strike so far in this tournament. I think Vitality overall have been more consistent, so I don't really know what to predict here. I have a feeling. I have a feeling based on this map veto that Vitality is going to edge it out 2-1. Had it been a different veto, maybe I would have gone for NRG, but I think Vitality has what they need in order to win this game. Saibu having a great game, it should be enough.
I think I'm going to go with Vitality as well. And what about you, Halva?
I'm actually going to side with NRG. I think, just the performance from the three, I guess, spearheads of that NRG side is going to be enough. We haven't seen Saibu really have a pop-off game yet, so barring that happen, I think NRG should be good.
There's a guy with a baguette in the crowd who's going absolutely crazy for him, so I think that's enough.
Yeah, and Siggy's going to go along with Vitality. And I'd be very interested to see the user predictions from Pinnacle Esports for this one. I imagine they're going to be quite
Should
split.
be even.
Yeah, well, favouring 10% on the side of Vitality there, but no surprises really. And
there's our baguette man.
There's Baguette Man. There we go. Come around fandom.
I'm in love already.
And we're going to have a look at our Pinnacle Esports odds as well. Yeah, favouring Vitality for that matchup. I think you said for the maps there, that makes sense. And of course, you guys at home, you can have access to our Premium Pass, and it is free for this first map, so make sure you are tuning in through that Premium Pass. You've got access to 10-player POVs, and you have access to loads and loads and loads of different stats. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Really
I would definitely, if I were to pick a player, watch Breeze. Watch Breeze. Breeze has been fantastic so far all tournament. Again, he's a player who doesn't make a whole lot of mistakes, just very fundamentally sound. And, he's often left whenever it's needed in these kind of clutch situations, and more often than not, he wins them out.
If I had to pick one, I'd go for RPK for Vitality. I think he's the key to victory for them.
The blast from the past.
The blast from the past. He's actually been having a decent tournament after I called him out to be a little bit slow the first day. He has his up and down. He's not the same old RPK we know him to be, the tank, but he has been playing solid so far in this tournament. Can he do that again today? I think Vitality has it set in stone for them.
Well, we will see as we're heading to a short break, but when we are back, we'll be heading into our second semi-final of the day. Make sure you're tuned in. Introducing the ECS Premium Pass. The unique viewing experience allows you to get further into the action. It enables you to focus on any player within the game and even the ECS official observer. Subscribers will have access to interactive HUDs, detailed statistics on all players, and an improved minimap, and much more. All Faceit TV Twitch subscribers will receive full access to 11 additional streams for the ultimate CS viewing experience. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe now for only $4.99 and watch CS the way you want to.
Took my heart and made it colder. I took my soul and tried to run, but I have nowhere to hide. And you'll find me every time. Find a way to get me back. and I always end up this way. Your pretty little lies are a game. I swear I always fall for the same.
Hello, London! We have got the next semi-final of the day. My name is NRG. I'm joined, of course, by the beautiful Anders. We've got Vitality versus NRG. You've got to be excited for this one. Who is going to be facing Furia in the finals here?
Well, God bless whoever will. Furia looking like a scary team. I can't wait for this matchup. I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. How does it feel, Henry? Hello, London. We don't get to say that enough, do we?
I don't get to say it too often, but it feels very warm when I'm here every single time. The UK crowd always delivers. I want you guys to make as much noise as possible today. You've got a Brit on the stage as well. Alex is there, flying the UK flag high. Let's make some noise for him. We're going to show some support. There you go. Vitality have got the crowd advantage here, Anders. You've got to be on Team NRG, though. We've got to have a bit of a dynamic going on, right?
I don't mind that. I'll take that one, Henry. I'll be the bad guy in this particular context. And here we go. The game is underway, ladies and gentlemen. NRG and Vitality here. The last semi-final, and we're already into it. Oh, this is going to be great. Vitality on the CT side, NRG on the T side. So now the game is underway, Henry. We've waited for this.
We absolutely have, and it is going to be NRG with a P250 Superman combo for Cirque here. He's got the armor, and my God, can he use that weapon very efficiently indeed. Vitality with quite a defensive setup here. They have got one player in the form of ZywOo patrolling towards middle, but as you can see, just lying in wait with the CZ. He's got a smoke as well. That's crucial for that position. As soon as you get any pressure, you want to be dropping it, and there it is, the opening kill with the P250. It's breezy to get it, but the reply from ZywOo comes in very quickly indeed. He's an absolute superstar, and he's looking for more and more frags here. Just applying the pressure, that might be enough to push them towards B, and I think it has. NRG in the 5 versus 4, they still have their smoke, the Molotov, and they're going to try and finish up towards this B site. 50 seconds on the clock. Problem is, CT's rotating over. They are very aware, Anders.
They managed to actually Molotov out those barrels, so they don't have to check that anymore. The smoke is up so they can get the bomb plant down. RPK, not going to risk it. He just wants to wait for a little bit of backup. Apex showing up and taking down Cirque. Here comes Alex with a flank. He's going to pick up the one and the follow-up as well, and they'll clean it up easily. The hometown hero, Henry, the double kill of the pistol round.
Yeah, that's what you like to see. It was a very efficient retake there from Vitality. You can see NRG just trying to probe towards the A site and middle at the very start, and they got that opening kill, but it's the presence of the CZ and ZywOo at that side of the map. They had to go back towards B, and it doesn't work out for them. It's Alex getting the double kill to claim the bomb site, and at that point, NRG, they have the option now. Do they force buy in this second round, or do they wait and get a really strong buy in the third? I can see a Krieg purchased by Breezy here, and some utility for Ethan. It looks like they're going for it, and we've seen a lot of this throughout the week, and it's been very successful. And we're having a look at the Vitality setup as well. They've got 3 rifles, actually make it 4, so they could actually go toe-to-toe with this. NRG have got the work cut out for them.
They really do, but it's so hard to argue against that Krieg on a map like Overpass.
Oh, absolutely.
The range in itself will probably make it really deadly. Apex, oh, he delivers a little bit of damage, almost just threw the bullets through the door then. But he managed to connect on Daps, so things have worked out well in that sense. Still a little bit forward is NBK, and we've got ZywOo on the other side. Actually, NBK is very much forward. He's going to go down. That's confirmation of kind with that Krieg. Now they know it's in play. Probably not what they were hoping for, but still. You notice how in the French scene, they were, I think, one of the last countries to start to adopt new talent, like really. And when it finally came, then it was ZywOo, and it was worth waiting for. I really feel like they were like I don't know, almost a year behind in starting to really pick up new players in the French scene, but I feel like ZywOo was worth the wait.
I absolutely agree. It's been a while since we could get him onto a top team, but finally he's here on the big stage. Semi-final, and he's the favorite to make it all the way as well. And it's going to be NRG heading towards the monster area. 4 players in a contact setup. RPK has got his work cut out for him here. He's only got the FAMAS. Drops a pretty useless flashbang. They're already through. He has no idea. It's NRG to crack open the B side now. Alex will have to do some fantastic work to stand a chance, but NRG look like they're so in control of this situation. ZywOo is at the scene of the crime, but locked into the corner now. I don't feel like there's a kill for him there, and it's going to be a 4-on-1 Apex. Nothing to do here, surely.
No, I don't even think you make it up. I don't know why Cirque goes down. He walked into the Molotov and the spray is in somehow. Apex picking up a couple of kills. He died after the fact, like way after. He must have just completely misjudged that. Can we get a replay, Henry?
We might be able to get a few replays this game. We'll see how it develops, but they're ready for you and your request, Anders. That's all I can say. But there it is, NRG. That fought spy in the second round. It's so powerful on the T side if you get the bomb planted in pistol, and you can see now they've bounced right back. They'll be the ones forcing off Vitality as they purchase up with Deagles and armor as well. They've invested pretty much everything apart from Apex, who's got another $900, I believe. They'll be going for the B stack, as Ethan will throw the initial Molotov, and that's a position you do not want to work by yourself against pistols. You do not want to be probing towards, you want to stay there together, and I like this. Focusing towards long. NRG, they've got the rifles here. They know they're up against CZs and Deagles. Let's keep a range advantage. Let's have trade potential here, and you've got Ethan watching the flanks.
Something I do kind of like about this revitalization of the French Counter-Strike scene is that we actually are seeing some of these pistols start to do a lot of work for them.
Yeah.
And that does feel more close to home for French Counter-Strike, so I'm kind of enjoying that aspect of it as well. Let's see if it's going to be this time. We've got Apex with a Deagle. He's pretty good with it. We even have the 5-7 in play, which is great news. We saw a little bit of that yesterday. Did some good work on Nuke, I believe. Well, really making sure no one's hiding in any of these close corners, but NBK, he's right there. Question it. Oh, Ethan, he turns around at the wrong time, and NBK, he's only going to get the one. It could have been so much worse. Cirque to follow up on Alex.
Yeah, I feel like NBK was worth 2 there. He's unfortunate, could have walked in a bit closer and guaranteed it. And NRG are going to recover from the flank, and it's a 4 versus 2 now. Apex and ZywOo might be better off just saving what they have. It's not much, but at least they have upgraded pistols and armor. Might be able to cause more of a dent next round as NRG will plant here. And that's the sort of anti-eco I like. You've kind of read the situation well. You know their tendencies. It's like to be a stack somewhere on an aggressive push. Yes. They've been patient at the very start. They've stayed in a group, a pack towards long, and there's no chance of them being sprayed down by one person, right? There's not going to be any sort of antics going on there yet. Ethan just showing that bit of presence towards the connector. One Molotov got out of there. That is the main spot where you'll lose a rifle and give up essentially a round if that happens. So well played to NRG. That was very controlled, very disciplined, and Vitality will just have to sit back and wait as NRG will take the lead on Overpass. Historically, it's been one of their best maps, but since Tarek joined, surprisingly enough, it's actually kind of dropped off for them, but still very familiar territory for them, and a good start considering they lost the pistol. It's going to be 2-1. It has to be the eco now for Vitality. And the money's is only going to get stronger and stronger for the North Americans now.
And you know what? I think it's topical to bring up Tarek at this point, because I really feel like the integration of Tarek into the team is something that we haven't really seen, like not 100% yet. I think he's still a great player, but it takes a little while, and I think we haven't seen the full effect of it. So that's actually a good reason why I think NRG might probably upset a little bit in this particular match. It's just because if it happens now, and it could happen at any moment, right? But if now is going to be one of those games where Tarek feels like perfectly comfortable, could make all the difference in the world.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think they're a fantastic squad, and I'm so excited for their prospect in this tournament. If they make it through this semi-final, they outplay Furia pretty well. We've already seen that matchup, but Alex pushing off towards short. It's the USP finding that first frag. This one not looking as organized from NRG. This is the sort of round that does fall apart when you're running defaults against pistols. Players can be taken down one by one, and there's little to no trades, but luckily Alex did go down. So nothing to worry about just yet. They've still got 1 minute 15 on the clock. There is a bit of a long push there coming in from MBK, but USP, no armor. It's not going to be a massive threat, but ZywOo will. Now you can see some sloppy play coming through from NRG. They're challenging these key choke points, and ZywOo has stolen away. Oh, I don't think he quite grabbed it. He tried to. Still on his CZ for now. The rifle is there.
It's everything that you said, Henry. Challenging the pistols one at a time, and so far the results are not really looking favorable. Good for Cirque, though. What a transfer of the spray. That was like almost a full screen length that he just carried that over for the triple now as he picks off Apex as well. And that will leave NBK on the flank with a USP. They are low on health. If they make a mistake, it could be done. If they go back and peek that monster tunnel and they're a little bit, they're going to run for A. Oh, yeah. That's so clever.
Yeah, it makes sense. They have no idea where he is. There's probably going to be a chance he's waiting somewhere to try and deny that plant. He wouldn't ever assume they're going to go towards the A side. So good news for MBK, I suppose. He started this round of absolutely nothing. He potentially leaves with a Krieg and will save a massive amount of cash going forward. So he knows he's not going to win the round at this point. Might as well just scavenge whatever he can on the floor. He's found a flashbang, a Krieg. Is there anything more to find? Some upgraded pistols, I'm sure, lying around.
I'm probably a little bit worried about getting shut down, but yeah, you're right. That's good. even showing us a bit of surfing at the end.
Oh, you do like to see that.
Always enjoyable.
Who have you got as the favourites in this best of 3? After we've seen the veto and everything like that, who are you leaning towards?
I would still have to put my money on Vitality.
Okay.
I do actually quite like this NRG project. I actually think almost everything Daps has been involved with for a long time now, even though for a lot of the time it's not like he's been working with the absolute top tier in North America, and he's still managed to produce some really interesting results. So I'm kind of behind Daps in being able to sort of produce a lot. The fact that Circus is an out of control player in my opinion. Breezy's been playing really well, and then for me, the last two pieces of the puzzle is just making sure that Ethan and Tarek, fit well in the team, and that they can figure that out now that Tarek's in there. If that works, I think those are the components to maybe win this best of 3. But I just think Vitality have a lot working for them right now, so I'm gonna have to go with them.
Well, there we go. Anders is on board, and then we'll have rifles once again here. There's MBK with that Sage Krieg, and we're back to default territory. Bomb going to be down outside of B towards the T steps as they investigate. Well, it looks likely to be long, and that makes a lot of sense. I know the Vitality cash flow isn't amazing right now, so there's little to no chance they have the AWP, and they'd be absolutely correct. MBK there with a scoped rifle. He's done for surely. Are they going to check it? They are. Breezy will take him down. It's a very swift round from NRG. They're going to use that opportunity to make their way all the way towards the A side. Sturk is so aware. He's not going to hit the shot. He was ready for it. ZywOo will take him down. It's back to the 4-on-4. He's so active in this bathroom position. Always seems to get his timings right, and Cirque will be disappointed he couldn't find that shot. He was so ready for it.
Yeah, I'm really wondering what happened. He didn't even fire the gun, did he?
Gonna need a replay, I think.
We're gonna need a replay, Henry. The first of many, if you were watching yesterday. Better be ready with those editing machines. Oh, he jumped and got absolutely wrecked.
Wanted some info, got more than he bargained for, perhaps.
We got the confirmation.
Yeah, there's definitely someone there, guys. Can confirm that.
Progress of a kind.
There is definitely one long, but 30 seconds remaining. This round isn't impossible for Vitality, but with no kits, 0 utility. But ZywOo's in one of the most overlooked positions in CSGO. We'll see if Dan thinks about it. He does. Should be a trade hit for Ethan. Oh my God, how is he getting away with this? Oh, ZywOo! He has found 3, make it 4. It's the ace in total, and that is why he's considered one of the hottest prospects in CSGO right now. Absolutely unbelievable. They came into this round with a bare bones setup, and he just puts the whole team on his back and gets every single kill, Anders.
A beautiful rewatch of this. He's alone. The last 2 players had already rotated down towards the B bomb side. There was really not much help here going on to the A side. You said it just 1 second before it happened. Very overlooked, and boom comes the ace. That's going to be 3-2 now, and Vitality picking up a big round there. Now they're being a little bit more defensive in this round. Not fighting so much for bathrooms, a little bit further behind. That's interesting to see. Just waiting, and actually NRG are being a little bit careful too. Stopped by some early Molotovs, but they've got the bomb all the way back. Oh, wow.
Hello. Okay. Ridiculous scenes in the last couple of rounds from Vitality. It's apex of a clean, as you like, wallbang there. That's going to be the early 5 versus 4, demoralizing for NRG. And how do they finish this round off? We're at 1 minute mark, Anders. They have 1 smoke, a single Molotov and a decoy, all on Breezy. Ooh. If he goes down, they're in trouble. Cirque has snuck through, though, but RPK, he loves these sort of positions. 1 goes down, but they maintain the advantage here. As low HP will be there for Ethan. This is looking so good for the French Apex. He should seal the deal with that frag, and through the smoke. It's an absolute nightmare overall for NRG. They didn't even have a say in that round.
If you're the first player, Henry, to go down to Tarek's spray through the wall there, does your keyboard stay intact if you're playing that game?
I think the whole PC's gone out the window at that stage. When you're just enjoying your default, you feel like you're going to slow things right down. You're getting shot through smoke, through wooden boards, and ZywOo's just styling on you with the ace in the round before. You're going to need a timeout, I think. Let's just kind of gather our thoughts and work out what's happened here. Either way, it's going to be round 7, ladies and gentlemen, with a 3-3 scoreline. NRG full eco, not a single dollar invested here. So Glocks across the board, and no armor, no nades. Just going to try and bait out some utility. That's pretty much the best thing they can do here. Try and expend some of those incendiaries on the other side. They're $600 a piece. Get some of the smokes out as well. Sure, it's not much, but it will maybe have a slight knock-on effect if you can get rid of a lot of those grenades in total. It's going to be the contact play towards Monster here, but Alex, really nice position from him. Remember, he's the in-game leader now of Vitality. He'll be sitting towards the heaven position. Oh, the timing's not ideal for him, so it's definitely going to be a plant there. Incendiary coming through. If they win this, Anders, they're going to steal that momentum right back. It's unlikely, but they've managed to break open the bomb site. But Alex looking calm and comfortable, and he'll be reclaiming the territory. Bombs planted, but I don't think we'll see much more. But saying that, they have got 2 rifles. It's Daps and Cirque to try and deliver here.
It's that Molotov that Sai was just throwing out now that's going to be a problem. Nice shot from Alex, taking down Cirque. And nobody's defusing the bomb yet. They take up some time still. Daps now falling back and maybe thinking, you know what, there's absolutely no way I can defend this. So they're going to get the bomb plant. They get 2 kills, and they steal an AK-47. And they throw it away right at the end. That is still a very successful round out of NRG.
In the context of that round, absolutely. They had, what, Glocks, no armor, no nades. They've rushed B, or contact play B, and they've got through a couple of kills. Bomb planted, that's going to give them a really strong buy here. And this is where things get scary for Vitality. We've got Cirque, one of the most aggressive AWPers in the game, picking up that AWP. He is an absolute phenomenal talent, and he'll be going up against the likes of ZywOo. He hasn't brought his sniper out just yet, but I promise you that's going to come soon. Very similar players, both excellent with the rifles, godlike with AWPs. It's going to be a great battle to see these two duke it out. So, Apex with the presence towards Connector. Daps aware of it. No real damage exchange just yet. It's going to be breezing under 66. But NRG just going for basic map control.
Yeah, we've been kind of blessed over the last year and a half about getting some really high-level AWP fights in. Like, it used to be that you'd have to sort of rely on Kenny or Guardian running into it, and then that would be it, fallen for a good long while. But now, you know, you really have like ZywOo. So you've got so many people that are coming up. Yugi as well, I think, was playing amazingly in that last game.
Yeah.
So many people who are in there now. It's really become like a whole new facet of the game that sort of returned with many more names on the list.
Yeah, I agree. There's been some fantastic AWPers that breakout years, and we'll see what Cirque can do. He kind of had his rookie year in 2018 and just stunned the world with some of the things he was doing on this very map, and that's why I want to see what he can deliver here today. Big round here. See if Tarek can get some bathrooms control. He's going to be Molotoving towards the end. MBK very smart in this position. Doesn't ever really overcommit.
ZywOo. He's going to need MBK through the last flashbang, so actually he can't even help out ZywOo anymore. ZywOo's alone, otherwise he could have been flashed in over the wall, so this is a lonely position to play in. I wouldn't want to be here, but then again, ZywOo, I mean, we've seen him done it many times, and he's going to be shutting down Tarek, even going aggressively. If there were more people there, he was ready to fight. He wasn't trying to fall back, and now the fact that he's got long control is huge for them. That Molotov to buy a bit of time, and there's only 12 seconds left. They're going to, he smokes it off himself, in fact. Creating a little bit of a wall now. NRG planting on the other side. 6 seconds left. ZywOo up on the box. Takes down one and sprays another. Back out on long. He almost gets the quad kill to save it. And now it's RPK coming out of the smoke, but he's not going to make it through. It's Daps instead to save the round for NRG. I thought for sure ZywOo would have done it again there.
Yeah, you would think so. He did his work though. He gets that crucial kill towards long, falls back, and they're battling tooth and nail on the bomb side there. But there it is. It is going to be NRG closing things out.
Should he have put up that smoke? He Molotov the site.
I'm not sure. It was obviously a very chaotic situation. You felt like this was where he was going to do it. He's jumping up there. Fantastic work, but it wasn't quite enough. Daps. Oof, bring things back to 4 versus 4 against RPK in the 1 versus 1.
Could he? I mean, I don't want to second guess him, but if he had a kit and he started defusing,
sure.
It's very hard. Like it's like a split-second decision from him, right? So hard to criticize that. All tied up, 4-4. I love these games that are after these really close starts. It means nobody, you sort of, don't give away the ending in the first half. Feels like we're trending towards that.
No spoilers here.
No spoilers.
This is all on the line live. And we'll see whether we've got a decent buy for Vitality. They've had some close rounds, so a couple of FAMASas will be brought out. There are no kits available on the CT side, but they do have ZywOo's AWP for the first time. We'll see what he can do with that. This is where the game really begins now. He's getting aggressive. This is what I'm talking about. He wants that first pick, looking towards the playground position. You can see NRG very aware of it. They'll just be sitting right back here, seeing if he wants to overcommit. But a bit of a stalemate now. NRG will be running a very passive default. You can see Alex has got some short control. Nice spot to be in, but you have got to be aware that the door can open and things can get a little bit complicated.
Not that much utility on Vitality here, even if they picked up some decent rifles. That could be an issue in a bunch of different retake scenarios. I like this aggressive play that they're having down in sewer, though. with Alex all the way up on the corner and obviously being guarded by RPK. Oh, they're going to get this great crossfire in. That is beautiful. That's even better than you were hoping for. And they're going to be falling right back.
Yeah, this is why they've got to play a little bit more aggro than usually. They don't have kits. They can't really afford to Execution to come in and play post-plant. So that's gone amazingly well for Vitality now. Oh, the nade really hasn't, though. They could actually pull this one back. It's Breezy towards the bathrooms that will take down the natural-born killer.
It's got to make it past Saiwu, Henry. Say just
that's, yeah, that's the main problem here. This guy doesn't miss a whole lot.
He is kind of weirdly wedged in. He has a smoke. He could escape it if he really wants to. He's going to use it down there instead, so that'll limit one angle maybe that he maybe doesn't have to fight about. Alex going real close to it, and Saiwu, oh, he almost got caught doing that. That could have been the end. He's going to get one. So quick with the return, and that's out of the smoke and into the kill on Apex, leaving it 2-on-2 with 10 seconds left, Henry. This is going to be close.
This was a 5-on-3, and remember that grenade we got excited about 10 seconds ago? Now it has some serious knock-on effects. RPK and Alex are low. A desperate boost from CT. Everyone very aware of it. It's not that innovative these days, and RPK will go down. It's a massive recovery there from NRG as they keep 2 players up. A 5 versus 3. Remember those 2 kills towards short at the very start of the round. MBK goes down. They took heavy nade damage, and all of a sudden the round crumbles around them. We are going to see an eco, I'd assume, here from Vitality. This is how it all kicked off. It was looking so good. MBK maybe wanted to get back towards a bomb set there. As a rule of thumb, something I've always tried to put into my teams, especially if you get a 5-on-3, I don't want anyone to go in for any plays. You don't need any kills. If you're in a situation where you could die by yourself, you're playing the round wrong. You need to be just getting right back. Don't need information at that point. Hold crossfires, a bit of pressure on them.
Yeah, those are the rounds that should be easier to fix, where you've got like the 85% chance of winning. So make sure you always win them pretty much. Keep it at that percentage. But if you had to put some money in Apex Deagle in this one, he's been pretty good with it in the past.
Yeah, he has been. And they've got a 5-man stack towards B. It's very common in today's game, but NRG should be aware of it. If they're going to go B, that's fine, but make sure you fully execute. At least you can't just run into a contact set up there. But back towards long, we explained this before. You want to make sure that you're keeping the range. You've got the rifles, and they're reading the money very well today from NRG. I have to say, they haven't had too many disasters against pistols. You can see Vitality sensing this isn't going to work out for them, so they're going to rotate over. This is not a partial buy. Yes, they've got upgraded pistols, but no armor, no utility.
I've got my money on that Apex Deagle. They're going to smoke him off, and he's going to come blasting through.
All right.
Just wait. It's bound to happen. What would you say? Is it 100% for NRG? Henry, are you ready to go?
I'm going to... Well, now there's a 5-man stack towards A. I'm not so sure. I'd say it's like a 80% NRG at this point. Let's see.
Okay, well, Saiwu, the one to open it up. God. Alex with the follow-up pistol. Oh, and it's going to be Apex. Just the one Deagle kill. And MBK fighting for it, but he's not going to get it. He's only got the 1 kill so far as well. I think Tarek is on 2, so a couple of them are really having a hard time getting in. That was close, though.
Yeah, I love Nathan, but he has had a really quiet tournament by his standards. He has been consistently bottom, and the problem is with that is that he was the in-game leader of the squad before, and now he's moved off that role. You'd expect that to boost his performances almost, right?
Yes.
He hasn't had a bad year by any means. It's just this tournament he's looked very quiet.
He's got the solution, Henry.
Well, yeah, if all else fails, bring out the auto shotgun. It's a bit of a crowd pleaser here. Let's hope he can get some multiple kills. It's always a lot of fun as he heads towards a connector, the best position for it. And we'll see Molotovs thrown in that position, but not too deep. He can still operate here, no problem. Contact play towards Monster. Cirque, speaking of monsters, will make his way in towards that bomb site. MBK with the opportunity. There's the first! Can't find 2, and it's going to be a massive advantage now for NRG.
Real chance there, but you're absolutely right. They still have the lead. 4 versus 3. Plenty of time on the clock and running down a lot of the utility on Vitality. Oh, and Cirque, he saw that. So now, do they want to expend a smoke Vitality to try and get him out? Or how are they going to try and do this? If he jumps, could still get tagged in the legs. And yeah, so they're going to smoke it off and create a bit of doubt about whether or not RPK is still on that side. Where has Apex got himself? Oh, this could be there's a question of timing here.
I think he'll be a little bit too late, but we will see. You can see Tarek is actually very comfortable with the situation right now. Alex rotates in. He's got no utility at all. He's just got the AWP, which is fine, but what's he up to now? Waiting to dodge the flashbang, potentially lines them up. There's the double kill. It is going to be stolen away, and this timing is working out for Apex. He stayed calm. Alex gets his 3rd, and it looks like the round might be done, but Cirque, oh, he wins these. Apex knows it as well, trying to play it safe, doesn't commit to the kill, wants to guarantee the round win here. RPK coming up towards Bank by the looks of things. And Cirque, he's got time to reposition and make things very complicated.
Yeah, you really don't want to challenge him alone. It's a good idea that they get the last player in there. Cirque walking in. RPK's in a lethal position, and Cirque, oh, the timing.
Damn.
He just made it around the corner. They actually don't have a kit picked up right now. This could be insane. Cirque could actually spend a fair bit of time fighting them. Bomb is up there. They're going to make a jump. Now they're on it, but it's a 10-second defuse. Can he get the one kill, then run for it? He's going to go straight for it. 5 seconds, 4 seconds left. Cirque. No! Oh! The quad kill! Picking it up. No scope through the smoke. And getting the round for NRG. Outrageous 1 versus 2 clutch.
That is so sick. He has delivered on all fronts there. I was about to say, he just needs one of these kills to secure the victory. Unfortunately, they smoked the bomb and it's in an awkward position, but look how calm he is. He knows what he has to do. He's realized, well, he hasn't defused the bomb by now. I've still got a chance. He's got 1 bullet to make that work, and he absolutely nails it. As NRG will go 7-4 here. That is just gut-wrenching for Vitality. They will have to take an investment here, but NBK, he's a bit of a dab hand with the scout. He'll be finding the first. Cirque will go down early, but Tarek with the quick reply. 4-4, and in terms of investment, this is just a partial buy from Vitality. They haven't fully invested here, but they have got enough for Deagle's armor. A scout there, as you just saw from MBK, and Breezy's going to throw away the AWP, at least attempt to. As, oh, is he just going to, okay, I don't like that. Maybe could have taken it to T-spawn or something like that. He's just left it in the open.
That could be a risk.
Now, that could be because we've got MBK pushing long. He finds that AWP. This could be problematic.
Apex is down here. Needs some backup, and RPK's right next to him. He's not going to be there in time, though. RPK with the P250 has shown us a lot, and he almost gets that follow-up. NBK did, as you said, Henry, pick up the AWP. Alex, that CSAT 75, not doing it for him, and he's going to go down inside of the smoke. And now NBK, he picks up a kill.
Why have they done this?
It's not clear. They're going to run. Is he going to read it? Oh, God, Henry. He's reading it.
He really is. Oh, they're going to play on bankside, so it's still okay for now.
He could take that Yugi shot right through, couldn't he? Like that. Oh, they're planning on the other side. Yeah.
Oh, that was it. He hit him.
So close, isn't it? Flashbang up in the air. NBK trying to make up for it. I mean, any missed shot right now, and he is dead. Going to try and see if he can throw a little bit of a smoke, maybe force somebody out. Not quite sure. Tarek is there. NBK picking it up, and he's ready for it. Oh, if Dabs had peaked, that NBK's got 1 chance here, and time is quickly running out, and Dabs is playing this so well. He knows that there is not a lot of time left. No kit either on NBK, so this 10-second defuse, it's all on this. He's going to have to go. Oh! What a play, but he doesn't have the kit. He has to run.
That's so sick, and you see what I mean. That's why I said at that moment, you might not think this will have a knock-on effect, Breezy, but the fact you've left the AWP, you haven't even tried to hide it there. NBK gets 4 kills in total. That's like, sure, they're going to win the round, but that's hurt them. They are wounded from this. This was a lovely shot from MBK. Nothing Cirque could do about that, but the fact you've given them the AWP, you've got to be more aware. You can juggle weapons, right? You could take the AK with you, at least put in a difficult spot to fight, not just at the T steps. But still, they win the rounds, but you can see this knock-on effect now. They've got Galil's, Mac 10s. This could cost them a couple. They lose this round, they're down to an eco, and it's due to those 4 kills that just came in from MBK.
Yeah, you called it, Henry, 20 seconds in advance, and sometimes it's like that. Really want to be careful about those things. Now, Molotov there, RPK with the grenade didn't really do enough, I think, but Alex in a great position, catch him perfectly. RPK not going to get anything out of that corner, and they're cleaning up this bomb site. Just a B rush, but it works perfectly. And Vitality, you're absolutely right. They have a massive chance right now to reset NRG and get back in the game, but it looks very unlikely.
Yeah, they had to win this round to really punish that fact. If they lose this, their money's pretty weak themselves. It looks like they'll have to save at this stage. It's going to be a 3-on-2. NRG with the quick B play there. They managed to trade out kills very efficiently and actually had the man advantage. It was Tarek, Ethan, and Breezy finding kills there. So as long as they won the follow-up round, that mistake previously doesn't cost them too much.
Yeah. Making up for it pretty quickly. Some of those B rushes, it seems so ridiculous, but even if they happen sort of back-to-back rounds, sometimes even if you stack 3 or 4 people down there, it can actually be pretty hard to hold back.
Absolutely. Well, just to note, Anders, this is actually the pick of Vitality, believe it or not. So Vitality picked Overpass. It will be Mirage next, and that is one of the few maps Vitality really struggle with, I would say. Like they've said it before, they don't. I think at BTS they screwed up their veto a lot, and they ended up playing Mirage. more than they wanted to, so they did work on it, but still, NRG, that's where they feel very comfortable indeed, and they're stealing away this first map from Vitality, and it's going to be 9-4. As we said, resources limited, but they did save 2 weapons. It'll be a tactical timeout now, and on the CT side, 4 rounds isn't going to cut it. Like I said, NRG in 2018 towards the latter stages of it, Overpass was their home turf. That's where they always did their best work.
What if they put Saiwu in B this time? I feel like he hasn't had that much action on A. Maybe they've been avoiding him even. So what if you just swap it out?
Well, that's a good point. Like, the best AWPers in the world will be so unpredictable. You think about Device, when Astralis were the absolute best on Overpass, right, when they really define how it was played, the way he would do things is being in a different position every round. It'd be long, middle, connector, B, monster. Like, that's the way you want to do. You want to move your AWPers around for that reason, so they don't avoid him, you know. So, yeah, I'd like to see that, but he's still towards middle. They're not really being that dynamic with him.
Good idea for the jumping grenade there. Really good spam through. I'd like to see that. Vitality need to win these last 2 rounds. It has to be 9-6, I think. Even 9-6, they're in a fair bit of trouble, but they can absolutely salvage it. So just get back in the game now. Tarek, oh, this is another contact play. Just him walking through. He's got backup behind him and Ethan. This is going to be hard. Vitality, they might not read this at all. Apex, not even close to looking the right way, but he's going to get a kill. That actually they run in behind that. Oh, what a turnaround from Tarek, though.
Yeah, he's got some star potential still in him. It's going to be 46 HP as he waits towards the B bomb site. Buys himself a little bit of time here with the smoke down. He's got vision towards heaven as well. Oh, he's done damage, but can't quite find enough. His teammates will arrive on the scene of the crime, and maybe Breezy can get this frag. It's Scrappy. His teammate will find it. 1 versus 1 against Zywoo, but he isn't slowing down. Even with 15 HP, that's his play style, and you can see it works out very well for him. It's been a while since Vitality have posted one, but there it is, 9-5. And money's actually pretty broken for NRG. There's been some very close rounds. So Vitality get the round they absolutely needed there. But Tarek, he almost stole it away, Anders.
Yeah, I'm impressed that he got either one of those kills. Because it was so crazy. Apex got the opening kill of the L-bend, and then Tarek thought, okay, now's my moment. And I think if he had actually, I mean, otherwise, they would have probably got both the kills easily with almost no challenge, because nobody from Vitality knew that monster pusher is coming. Well, here we go. Round number 15, ladies and gentlemen. The last of the first half here. We've got a lot to come still in the semi-final, but NRG right now absolutely showing an amazing form. 2 Tech-9s as well in play. Let's see if they can handle it. Oh,
no, Apex! What has happened there? Missed shots coming in from Zywoo as well. This could fall apart. He's going to have to fight close range. He's missed a shot. He will be taken down. It's Tarek to find the 3rd and the 4th. 3 versus 1. I take it back. MBK might be done for here. It's Vitality trying to go with the aggressive stance towards the fountain, and the Tech-9s find them.
And they have so much time. Yeah, I like the fact that he threw out that little flashbang just to sort of, you know, maybe lure them down to B.
Yeah.
But I think they were so far away, they didn't hear anything. Wow, a Tech-9 opening. It's been a really long time.
It has been. Kind of flashback to 2015 at that point.
Yeah, and this time the French are the victims of it as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. So MBK, I'm not sure there's many options for him at this point. He's at the B bomb site. There's going to be a plant. If he had any utility, I'd say there's a chance. Luckily, Cirque and Tarek are low, but with the AWP up, they do not need a challenge, and he knows it. Like, he's just going for some consolation frag, I would say, at this stage. What's the real plan? It's...
You know what? You can Molotov that common plant from B.
You can.
He doesn't have one, so obviously that's not an option. But I'm just pointing it out.
But thanks, man.
I appreciate it. There we go. Final round in for NRG, 10-5. An absolutely amazing first half. We're going to go to a quick break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back with the second half. Stay tuned.
There's a warning on the back of this love. Take a little and you can't get enough. It's a devil's game, but I just can't give it up. I'm a shadow
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready with the second half, and it's NRG off to a fantastic start. Vitality reeling a little bit, I think, from that first half.
Yeah, it's not looking too good in the French camp. I have to say NRG are running away with this one, and they switch over now to the CT side, considered to be the easier of the two. This does not bode well for the French on their map pick. We move on to Mirage next. They're going to need to wake up here. We'll get into the second half. Ladies and gentlemen, the P250 for ZywOo comes out, and they're going to need it. He needs to find those headshots. They desperately have to pick this round up. And they're heading towards B with 4 players. They've got 2 smokes, 1 for Graffiti, 1 for Heaven, or the bomb site. And there's actually a little boost here. Looking towards a short pipe. We'll see if Breezy can find that first kill. It's a great spot to do so. Going for the double kill here. But he's happy with that. Felt the danger coming in. The P250 shots dissuaded him. And they're happy with the 5-on-4.
Great way to begin. I mean, there is a risk involved, but they managed to do just fine. 2 smokes and a Molotov on Vitality, so they could still have a pretty good execute. If that Molotov goes towards Ethan's position, he could be in one of those weird scenarios where you're sort of running away as they're coming through the monster tunnel, and nobody likes that, so we'll see how it all unfolds as they're about to set it up. They've got the smokes in hand. Yeah, there we go. The first one's coming in Apex. Looks like he might be doing it. We'll find out right now. Ethan, he's going to have to make a run for it. Are they going to catch him in transit? It seems like he's made his way back already. And the flashbang, the counter flashbang coming out is so good. But just like that, snap Henry in the space of 1 second, 3 kills. A 4th one coming in, and Apex and ZywOo clean it up. They win a critical round here for Vitality.
They absolutely have. It was not looking good. They lost their first pick due to that nice boost from NRG. They still committed towards, though. They didn't actually fall back. They didn't feel like there was too much pressure. And somehow, some way, 3 kills in the blink of an eye, as you said. And it will be the pistol victory. But they're not out of the woods just yet. NRG will be force buying in return. And let me tell you, they've got some of the scariest Deagle players on the planet. So watch out for that.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. I mean, even Cirque with the scout is going to be a little bit scary.
Watch out for Breezy and his Deagle, man. It is absolutely wild.
Well, let's find out. They sort of went for the boost again, but this time there was a flashbang to force them off, so a little bit different. And here he is. Breezy. Oh, they're trying for another boost. They really want to be clever about this, don't they? It's possible. I mean, if you're just backtracking, if you're a little bit caught off guard, especially with this UMP, that could be the end pretty quickly. But Vitality seem to want to go for it again, that B bomb site.
Oh, that gives away the position of 1. Ethan had a chance there to maybe still a kill away, but that smoke designed to push him off that position, and RPK, he'll be sent in first. Mac 10 in hand, and no problem so far. He'll get Tarek to open things up, and the smokes are so effective. You can see the CTs just have no real say about this one. Are they going to be cognizant of the fact that barrels hasn't been cleared? Oh, there's the Deagle of Breezy. He's denied the plant. 2 kills for him. And that's going to turn the round on its head. NRG now have enough time to rotate over. The plant didn't come through. Why they didn't check the barrels, I couldn't tell you. You've got the smoke down there. You've got to assume there's a potential chance on an eco that a player could be sat there.
It looked like RPK was satisfied with the bullets that he put into the smoke. He thought, oh, if someone was there, surely they would have shown up.
Yep.
Now, NBK is back here. He was quite far away, so he's got in with the the AK-47, and right, Henry, there's only about 30 seconds left. Dabs waiting in line. Nice shot from NBK. He's had to come back into the game a little bit here. It's all on Ethan. Flashbang is good, but Alex will save his teammate. And that is going to be it. They do win the round. Close call.
There's Breezy there. Good effort, I have to say. Hiding the barrels in the smoke, not an easy position to play. Coming out of the grey screen, he's got players in front of him. Manages to get 2, denying the plant. Wasn't quite enough, though. That was the force from NRG, and it has to be the full eco now.
You know what I've sometimes seen? Sometimes when people throw that barrels Molotov, I've seen some of the ramp players put it out anyway because it causes so much doubt.
That's such a cool way to do things. Like, even if you haven't got a player there, you throw your smoke on top of it, and then they have to check it, right? They have to focus on it. They don't know if it's clear.
Yeah, and if they don't find anyone, that might actually make them even more paranoid. It's like, oh, he must be there. I'm just not finding him. So
it is a really smart thing to do. Yeah,
definitely. It could be a lot of fun.
Take some notes. Well, like I said, full eco. Just 1 smoke, a flash, a P250. Everyone else default weaponry. Vitality right back in this game now.
Look at Alex. He's on a whole little quest, isn't he? He's just globe-trotting all the way to the A-bomb side.
Yeah, he's got the Mac 10. You might as well. He's detecting a stack right now. He's trying to work out, have they stacked B? And he can get pretty decent intel here. Yes. The fact that he's got towards bank, and they've got no armor here. He's on for like 2 or 3 kills. We'll see whether he can do it. Found the first, takes Ethan down to 10 HP. Oh, he's just farming cash for days. There's so much money to be made. And it will be 2 kills for him. They'll still commit towards the B site, and valuable play there from Alex.
17 kills, Henry, in front of the home crowd.
Oh, absolutely.
Not far behind Saiwu at 21.
Yeah, it's the last remaining Brit in the tournament, and he's trying to put on a show, and I'm very impressed. 17 kills to his name. Ethan will find the MAC-10 pretty useless going into the next round on the CT side. You won't see many people keep that weapon, but it's definitely worth holding to for now at least, considering you might be able to get an exit kill and $600 for one frag with the weapon.
This game is suddenly right back on the rails, isn't it? It's going to be 10-8. And NRG are going to be picking up rifles next time. It'll be fun to see what they can do with him. Tarek finding one. That was a nice headshot with the USP. So RPK goes down. Not bad. They take a couple of kills. They make it a bit expensive. And I think now is where the real battle is going to begin in this second half. 10-8. 19th round coming up. And there's a real difference, I think, here between first and second half for Vitality, which is that NRG, for the large part, when they were on the T side, they could really try and avoid Saiwu by sort of not playing long so much. Can't really do that when he's on the T side, and he can go wherever he wants. So I'm interested to see how this is going to play out, if Saiwu's going to be having a lot more space and a lot more dynamic to work with here.
We will see. First gun round coming through. NRG, after losing the pistol, found themselves in a bit more of a compromised position. Look at the movement. He's so nimble, making his way through. Barely took any damage at all. And MBK in prime position to get the first, but it will be Breezy striking. Oh, a miss. The nade might kill him, actually. Not quite. That's so insane. Down to 12 HP. And here comes Apex, trying to bring things back in their favor. He does find Ethan. That's going to bring it to a 4 versus 4 now.
But the bomb is over by the fountain at the playground, so a little bit of a split T-force here coming in. But they do have this ramp control, which is already amazing. If anything, like a Molotov lands on Breezy, he's not going to be having a good time. They have smokes for the sniper spot as well. I think they're in a great position, Vitality. And look at how far away Tarek is. Miles away. If he's got to get here, he needs to move right now.
Yeah, he's all the way over towards long. Saiwu will be first contact here. Just going to try and swing out, cover RPK, but Apex finds yet another kill. Breezy, remember, he's low. 12 HP, just trying to get one kill. He's done his job now. That's his second in the round. If he gets another, this is absolutely godlike. I don't know how he's pulled that one off. RPK couldn't find the shot. It's now a 2 versus 2. Breezy's done God's work there to actually bring them back into the round. Cirque narrowly missing out on the penultimate frag, but Tarek certainly has, and Saiwu painted into a corner. It looks like he's done, and NRG back on their feet now. It took absolutely everything there. Breezy with 12 HP in the water position, and somehow gets 2 kills.
I just have absolutely no idea, especially the second one. The first one, sure, he was pre-aiming it. Second one, he had his back turned and needed to sort of turn around.
Yeah, you can just come and you know he's low. He's all, you know exactly where he is. Surely just the full spray around the corner would be enough. And let's have a look at that now. So Breezy, look at that, 12 HP, gets the first, and the RPK knows exactly where he is, and he turns around as well, so he missed the shot.
Yeah.
You saw that from Breezy's POV. RPK cleanly missed it. So that's unfortunate, and it will be Tarek to close things out. Very aggressive on the plan. They know it's Saiwu with the AWP. He's not going to be able to get multiple kills. So nice pounce towards the bomb side. They extend their lead now after losing the pistol and suffering a 0-3. They win the first gun round, and money actually pretty decent for Vitality. RPK and Alex hovering around $2,500, but the rest of them, they've got 7 grand, 5K, 5K, so they'll be able to drop a couple of weapons. Maybe some compromises here. I don't think they'll go for the AWP, considering on T side, don't really need it. Saiwu still could buy at 5,500, the only player that hasn't invested just yet.
Would he do it though? Yeah, I kind of feel like that would be a mistake if he had.
And RPK's P250, from what we saw yesterday, is just like it's just like an auto sniper almost. You know, like it's insane. So he's fine with that.
Yeah, at range as well. It was kind of ridiculous. Not a bad grenade. Follow-up could be even better there on Alex.
Yep.
Now Tarek, look at how close he is. Alex never saw it coming, and he's going to be going down. They've lost. They might as well push. They've lost almost all of the map.
They have to go B at this point. There's no two ways about it. They can't reclaim that territory. Oh, the boost as well. This is just beautiful from NRG. Textbook Counter-Strike right now. They're forcing them into mistakes here, and they have no idea which angles to check. They will get a plant down, but another boost comes through. Saiwu can get away with this on 30 HP. It'll be impressive.
Oh, Molotov.
It works out for him. There we go.
It's not bad at all. Saiwu does go down. 2 on 4. Very unlikely they can turn this around. Apex trying to gatekeep this position. He gets the follow-up as well. That's going to shut down that arm of the push. And now it's RPK in position, taking down Ethan. And Cirque on a lone mission here, 1 versus 2. Somehow Vitality turning this round in their favor, and they're going to win it as well. 2 on 4, Henry.
Unbelievable scenes. What a great game this is going to be. We've got 2 more maps potentially after this as well. Just getting warmed up, ladies and gentlemen. Apex, he's piping hot right now. He will be getting those 2 crucial kills towards a connector position. RPK steals away Ethan, who was low HP, and it was looking so scary for Vitality. Remember, Tarek pushed middle there. He funneled them towards B. They had no choice in that equation. They just had to go for it. If you lose that much real estate, you can see what it means to them. They know they've stolen that round away.
We talked about this yesterday, didn't we, Henry? The return of the passion, the return of the emotion into Counter-Strike. We've seen it across all different teams right now. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Need some of those Apex screams back now. Would have been a good moment, but I'm sure we'll get them.
Well, you might hear a few more going forward because NRG look like they have to take an eco at this stage. You're averaging around $3,000 per player. That is not enough to do much with on the CT side. So they've taken a tactical timeout. They're going to work on the next round, discuss their options. But for now, Vitality almost certainly going to find double digits. But said that a few times. There's been a couple of full eco victories the last couple of days, Anders.
Well, I think you laid out the plan earlier, Henry, for how to not lose some of these rounds, which is, you know, facing individually, not a good idea.
Just challenging and trying to hump frags by yourself. I just hate it so much. If there's players working connector against pistols, like, something's gone wrong there. If you're going in with an AK, challenging those choke points, that just shouldn't be happening.
Can see like a little vein in your forehead, Henry.
Yeah, just exploding.
Going off, not happy about the situation. Nice little stack here at the restrooms. I like it. I mean, it's a very low chance you win this round, but you might as well try something. And if they end up getting, you know, not a flashbang, if they just peek this dry, there's the flashbang setup. That's how you do it all together at once, and they're going to shut it down. They do lose a couple of players, but still not bad at all. Ooh, there's a chance here, isn't there? Tarek, he's got the timing perfect, and Apex never saw it coming. Not like this, Henry. Surely they should be able to make it out 2-on-2 all of a sudden.
You do.
And look how breezy he is.
Oh, so he's trying to get rid of the AWP. That's how you do it. Get it out the map. And now, and speaking of overlooked positions, this is another one of them. That tight corner, I don't know how many times I've seen players just walk past it and just think, oh, it's probably clear. I feel like they'll check it this time. Zywo seems to be very aware, and he will be. That's going to be a nice frag for him, but Tarek's still in the round. Remember, this is a full eco, and 1 Vitality will win. So a little bit scary for them, a couple of frags from Cirque, but it was their eco. They're fine with that. They kept the money on Vitality very modest. So not a failure of a round. Sure, there was a chance to win it, but 3 kills certainly has a knock-on effect going forward. There's going to be heavy investment now from Vitality as we enter round number 22. We've had so many overtimes this event, Anders. I feel like this one's got it written all over it as well. It's
really trending in that direction, isn't it? Kind of a nice return to the game for NBK. Daps still a little bit behind. I don't mind that quite so much. I think he's got so many fraggers on his team. I don't really see Daps as needing to do a lot.
Yeah, the amount of firepower this team has, he doesn't have to be the one delivering all the kills, you know. It's going to be that little gambit towards short again from NRG. They've been forcing the issue over this side of the map a lot, but this is such a nice setup. If you can get it established, it's great, but it leaves Daps, like he said, who's been the lowest performer for the team so far. He gets 1, that's enough, and he actually dinks Zywo as well. Unscoping, Breezy finds himself in trouble, and Ethan, great position to take down MBK. 3-on-2, bomb to be planted. Apex deliver that. He'll be joined by Alex. They've got a couple of HEs, and to be fair, NRG are relatively low, so I would say this is quite equal in terms of who's going to win it.
Yeah, one of those HEs could really do a lot. It's not going to get anyone there. They were kind of headed toward that position. But they're slowing it right down. Alex, oh, he wins that fight. That's big. He's low on health. Apex setting it up. The spray almost takes down Tarek. Alex, oh, what a transfer. He catches him jumping up on the box, and they're going to win the round. Tied up, 11-11. It's everything we love, Henry. This is what we want.
This is exactly what we want. We've gone from a huge scoreline and advantage for NRG, but Vitality have clawed their way back into it on the T side. That is fantastic on home soil. Alex is delivering big kills for him, and it's going to be the eco for NRG at this point. CZ's being brought out, Desert Eagles as well, and a couple of smokes. And remember, I've said it a couple of times now, NRG with these upgraded pistols, not to be messed with. Vitality seem to be aware, very slow. Tentative approach here at the start. Apex to hold off when he pushes towards Monster. Suggests they'll actually go towards long again. But remember, that bathroom stack, they might be a little bit worried about that. So we'll see what the plan's going to be.
Yeah, I actually kind of like this defensive for Vitality because you know NRG are going to be trying to come up with some kind of clever plan to steal around the way. They're in that territory where, you know, they could definitely try some sort of crazy push. So it's kind of nice to see them slow it down, make sure that there isn't anyone sneaking in behind them. Apex is holding all of that B side right now. They were holding that connector for a while, not seeing anybody. If they group up and they use the utility right, that should really minimize everything. Tarek is making his way long with the Deagle, though. He's over there on that side. We know how he loves the content, Henry. So could be producing some of that right now. He's in position for it. Let's see, even the smoke's probably going to land probably in front of him, so he could do a lot. Yeah, they're figuring it out now. They know what's up.
3 players commit. The bomb's there towards long, but it's Tarek on the other side. They don't want to rush through that smoke, but time is running out here. Again, the same system that's come through. NRG started the stack B. They've come all the way back. They've got so much manpower here. Vitality might struggle. They'll get the opening kill, so it looks like it's fine for now. And they've done such a great job in the execution. Even though all the CTs are there, they don't lose a single frag. They barely gave away any damage there. So sure, NRG read the situation well, but there was nothing they could do with it. The smokes are very good, the Molotovs on flashes, and just the teamwork in terms of trades was looking very, very efficient.
Not losing anyone in that round has actually bought Vitality another buy round
exactly.
if they were to lose again.
Yep, and there's been a lot of tense 2-on-2s, 1-on-1s, so money is the aim of the game here. We'll see what they can do going forward. Circle bring out the AWP. He's got 21 frags to his name, only bested by Breezy on his team. It's actually Zywa who's at the very top, though. He's got 25 frags. You wouldn't expect anything less from this young man. Tarek will be working aggressively again. Fires off a bullet, gives up his position somewhat. Might want to consider falling back. Oh, I like this angle from Cirque. These are the shots he just eats for breakfast. Nails it, going for a second here, but thinks better of it. I like that. He's just trying to maintain the advantage here. They swing out to try and focus on him, and it will be RPK to at least bring things back to not quite an equal situation, but at least a fighting chance of winning the round.
Look at Saiwu. He just wants this fight against Cirque. He's been hunting him for a while now.
Yeah, we haven't seen them really duke it out just yet.
I would love to see that. You could tell from Saiwu's playstyle, he's not afraid at all. He just wants to battle. Oh, Apex didn't see it. He takes him down right through the wall. Last second, there was a gun barrel showing. It was a little bit late, but he survives. Now Dax is in an almost impossible corner right now. He needs help or he needs to get out. Oh, he's going to get taken down. Alex there to pick it. Oh, and he does it again. A second headshot here. And finally, they do drop him. Breezy picking up 1 kill, but there's still 2 left. They've picked up the bomb. Oh, this could be it for Vitality. There's a huge round coming in.
They could still go towards B, but they will plan at the A side. Breezy won't have any utility here, but he'll swallow the flashbang. That allows him to reposition and get towards Bang. Zywa, you did say he wants the fight. That one he will lose, and it's going to be the 1 versus 1. Apex, 50 HP, and he runs out of bullets. Breezy, that is, he had to pull out the USP. It doesn't work out for him. Vitality have just had a stellar second half here. It was not looking good for them on Overpass, but you can see why they wanted to play this. This is their map pick. Even with the opening kills, Zywu and co bring it right back. Apex got the kill, the wall bang towards CD spawn, and then the Brit Alex, he steps up here. Look at this second kill, absolutely monstrous there. Takes Ethan down, and it's another huge round of Vitality. They'll go 13-11 in the lead. Money's still a massive issue for NRG as I'll take CZs and Deagles. No kits, 1 smoke.
Oh, there are 4 people stacked here. I thought for a second there they were going to all the way rush it. That could be dangerous.
Never rush B if you think they're eco, Anders. That's all I'm going to tell you.
You don't want that. You really don't want that. Don't make Henry angry. I'll tell you what, though. The crowd has a little bit of time to come up with an Alex chant, Henry. I feel like he deserves it.
We do need some chants for Alex. We need to show some support here. The problem is it's the worst kind of name for a chant.
26 kills in front of the home crowd. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and this is right, guys. You need to step up your game. Alex needs the support, but maybe even more so this round. NRG have somehow got multiple kills. Can Alex pull it back? It's going to be a 4-on-2, and going to that B bomb side is always difficult.
Cirque is coming in behind him as well, and that is very bad news here for Vitality. Gets legged as well, they were very low. This does not look like it's a recoverable round, and they're going to get shot down. Great play from NRG. And Vitality kind of sort of stumbling into that round a little bit. Got caught there with the bomb as well, I think, being twice. Not good news at all. Giving up a fair few rifles. That's a ticket back in the game for NRG. They're going to be loving this.
Yeah, absolutely are. That's nice work from Daps as well. 3 kills for him in a crucial round. He's had a quiet game, but that could change everything. We said their money was low. That was a partial buy, and now they're right back in the driving seat here. 1 round separates them. Vitality feeling the burn now. MBK just down to that Tech 9. A classic French gun, and they sent all 5 players in towards B. Couple of flashes missing, but they're still going to commit. Big spray down on the counter. Breezy. There's 4 of them. That is absolutely magnificent. It looks like NRG are well back on their feet now. And Vitality, they are going to be in the absolute gutter. That was all the cash they had available to them. They had a Tech 9, a lack of utility. They went for the straight up B rush there. And through the smoke, Breezy can't believe his luck. He didn't even see anyone, Anders. He didn't see a single player. And he gets 4 of them like that. That is insane.
Oh, wow. He just channeled that, didn't he? Closed his eyes and just held down mouse 1, and that was it. Tied up 13-13, heading into round number 27, and you're right, Henry. That was all of their money. Now they've got some deagles, some pistols. They need to steal a round back, but it's not going to be against Daps here. Taking down NBK, only really any armor on RPK, so we'll see how that's going to unfold here. Daps doing even more, and even the armor is not going to be enough. Well done on Daps. He could even be in for a 4th one here around the corner. Alex will take him down, but still, not sure it's quite enough. Breezy, don't need the challenge, but he's going to win it anyway.
Oh, he's feeling it now. If you have a round like that, 4 gave her a smoke, I'm allowing it, you know. Let's just go nuts. Let's put you on the map and just shut them down before they have a chance to do anything.
31 kills, Henry.
Yeah, what a game he's having. Another rookie from 2018 appearing on our scene and just absolutely blowing everyone away. Big performance. And Vitality now, I think this is the tactical timeout for them. What a roller coaster of a map it's been for them.
And I've been moving halfway across the world as well to play.
Sure.
It's such an amazing story, really. We love to see it. 14-13 here. They do have AKs. Well, Henry, can we agree no more B rushes?
Yeah, I feel like we were going to say those are cancelled now on the T side. NRG just got that one locked down, yeah. And it seems like it's all over. There is a bye, though, as we get into round number 28. We said this game has the potential to go the distance. Well, we have arrived at that point, but who's going to post map point first? It looks likely to be NRG, but the buy is okay for Vitality, certainly not ideal, but they've got the 3 Kriegs, mostly utility, most notably Apex does not. He had to go for the AK, just 1 Molotov, suggests they might be going for a set piece here, considering he focused on that bit. There it is, so there's a Molotov towards short, just to stop that short push, which has been an issue for them. Cirque, this time challenging. So is Tarek, that's such a committed position though. So I will aware of it and take that early kill down.
And if it wouldn't have been Cyber, surely there would have been like 2 others there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's such a one and done spot, especially like if you even got that first kill, they're going to trade you out, which is still an advantage for the T's. So Tarek really pushing the envelope at that point.
I'm not sure if Ethan opened the door, if he got shot by the tunnel, but he took a lot of damage. So down to 42. This is the beginning of a really important round here. What's the money like for NRG if they lose this? It's good. Okay, they can do a lot.
Yeah, they got plenty of cash here. Breezy with $11,000. Cirque knocking on the door, 6K. Ethan, 8,000. So yeah, money's not going to be an issue.
If they go B now, it's done, isn't it? Look at the push out of A.
Oh, you're right, but it is. Oh, I was going to say that's Ethan who's alone towards B, right?
Yep.
He's low HP.
Surely no way. He would have to throw the best pop flash of all history, basically, to win this fight. They're going to be up close, and he's got not enough health to take this fight for any amount of time. They're going to be right there. They flash themselves. That was all the way out from Sui. Turns around and takes down MBK. I think that was even probably the best that could have happened almost.
To be fair, that flashbang, that could have cost them the round. They're lucky they didn't really lose much more than 1 kill.
If he peeked.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That would have been nuts.
Well, there we go. They gamble everything on A. It doesn't work out. They get to save the rifles, but they can't really show up and try and retake it. So we're tied once again, 14-14. This game just keeps on going. But the money, remember, is still there for NRG, and that is really critical. The fact that they saved this means, I mean, there's 11,000 on Breezy's. They could really keep buying probably till the end of the game here. That makes such a huge difference.
Yeah, it really does. The fact that they saved the weapon, so you've got the AK-47 in the hands of Breezy. He can do some devastating work with that weapon. Might as well save the AWP as well. It's going to be 14-14. Money not such a massive issue here, but Vitality, they'll be happy they kept 4 players up. Bomb goes off. It's been such a back and forth half there. It looked like Vitality were completely running away with it, but now NRG with a good few rounds there. Breezy carrying them through a couple of crucial situations. And here we go. This is the moment we'll decide who will post map point first, apply pressure to the opposition. It's going to be NRG with a tactical timeout. And we'll see whether they want to change things up. Vitality seem to be running out of the strat book. You know, there's been a lot of rush Bs, a lot of slow, patient rounds of the defaults.
I'll tell you what, though, Henry. You know, I've never really wanted to be an in-game leader for just obvious reasons. But even less so at the end of a map like this. You've played so many rounds, and now you have to try and catalog all of them. Like, what has worked? How have they really played it? You have to try and find that. That's such a hard job to do. So right now, I mean, it's all in here to figure out where's the weakness. Like, where's that one thing that we've been gifted every once in a while. They've had some aggressive pushes, NRG, so Vitality could try and maybe catch them over at Birthday. Maybe that's something. It's really hard to say right now.
Who knows what this round holds. Vitality will not have a sniper, though. We'll see flashbangs and incendiaries exchange towards middle. ZywOo, aggressive as you like, going through the flames and trying to look for the first pick. He knows that boost has been prevalent. No shots delivered, though. It's going to be Apex now, trying to work out what the defense holds on the other side. The AWPs are going to be there at least. That's going to be Cirque, just trying to do some damage at the start. ZywOo goes down to 74.
They've got 4 at B and Tarek alone at long. Just to... Oh! If he had not unscoped, maybe that would have been it. Oh, you can feel it now. That calm before the storm. They're about to be moving over at long as well. Daps to pick up a kill. ZywOo, he wins the fight. Tarek is going to win his as well. And it's right now a 3-on-3. Just ticking past the minute mark right now. If they go B, they're going to be 2 versus 3 in the bomb site. That could be good, but...
Oh, the boost!
Oh!
It works out. That's a lovely play. A scary one to do at this stage of the round as well. 3 versus 2. ZywOo half HP, and his godlike aim will be making its way through. Crouching for now. Wants to have the surprise attack, but Ethan seems so ready for it. He'll have to stand up now and look if there's any kills available to him. There is, but Ethan comes out on top. Alex, he's been so good in this map. Can he find anything more? Flashbang gets him. Still finds a first frag. Trade potential there. Cirque misses the shot, though. That was the crucial one. There's a plant available. Alex on 28 HP. I don't think it's going to be enough to knock him off. Oh, my goodness. He can win this. He can win this. It's not going to happen. It was so close. So many mistakes there from NRG. So many missed shots as well. They opened the door of opportunity there for Alex, but luckily, Tarek will slam it back in his face. That was too close for comfort. It is going to be NRG posting map point first, but that was not a comfortable win.
Oh my God, what a time to pull out that boost, and what a time for Ethan to find this absolutely godlike defense. He really did an amazing job. Now, Cirque, he was actually scoping away, I think, and then he missed it. The Molotov on top, that adds to the stress. Alex almost pulled this one through. He's been playing a crazy game.
Tarek bailed them out of that round. He got the 2 kills towards A, playing anchor, solo, and then has to win out on the 1 versus 1 as well after a player just got 2 frags. A scary round, but NRG have the chance to close this map out. Yes, one round will do it.
Oh, well, opening up, taking down Cirque here in round number 30. London, make some noise! They're setting up. They are going to be just dry picking it, and Apex.
That's a shame.
He had the right idea, but couldn't win that fight against the scoped up org.
You get the advantage in the crucial round that might lose you the game, and instead of executing with the advantage, slowing it down, he's gone with a dry peek through Monster. That's just not good enough, and that's might cost him the rounds here and might close things out for NRG. It's Daps in position with the AWP though. Prime spot, can't land the shot. ZywOo will be waiting for the repeat. He knows he can't take it. Good smoke coming through. That's going to buy him some time. ZywOo will fire eventually, trying to time it well. 1 minute hits now. Still unclear as to who will win this. It was Vitality that gave their lead up. In-game leader Alex waiting towards shore. Right down to the wire here. There's a couple of smokes left on the T side, and they're all outside B right now. 45 seconds remain. Oh, it's so tense. Which way does it go? Who will blink first?
They've rotated Breezy out as well. He's back in the A bomb site. They really had the stack, and I think you could hear the crowd now as well, Henry, chanting Alex's name. They really want that overtime. They want to see him finally make it through here. 25 seconds, Henry, and they're going to go for it. Setting it up, Daps ready. He's got that orc, he misses the first shot. Now the grenades follow up. 15 seconds on the clock. Vitality fighting for this first map. Still, Daps is going to be going down. NBK with a shot, and Ethan trying to find an angle, but he's not going to be able to, and now the rest of the A-bomb sites rotated in. It's ZywOo to pick up one, and Tarek in a lot of trouble. He's going to go down. It's just Breezy up here in a 1 versus 3. There is absolutely no way through. He does not have the grenades. He doesn't have the firepower here. And he's going to be shot down 15-15. And we're going to head to overtime.
We called it about 9 rounds ago. We said overtime is written all over this map, and I'm so glad we've got there. What a fantastic way to kick off the last series of the day. It is going to be all reset now. This is 10K MR3, which I prefer. Adds an extra element of danger, Anders. If you lose the first couple of rounds and you're purchasing orbs on the CT side, you potentially have SMGs and pistols for round 3 here. So money is a massive factor. You remain on the same side, so NRG will remain on the CT forces, and Vitality now, they'll be happy with that. What a resurgence towards the end.
Alex is actually top fragging on his team. He's got 31. He's outdoing Saiwu.
He wants to prove he can run with the big boys. Tarek as well. There's so much presence towards that fountain area, but it's Vitality of all the momentum behind him. Daps, he'll be in the connector. He needs to find a frag here. They actually fall back towards B. He'll be hearing those footsteps. He'll give the call. I'm not sure that Vitality be aware. If you're NRG right now, you don't go for the stack, the gamble stack. You just send everyone you've got towards the B site. You can't really second guess it. You're going to have to trust in those footsteps and hope that Daps has made a decent call here.
Oh, Breezy, he's got the perfect setup. Ethan there on the crossfire. They've been amazing in this bomb site. And Breezy's going to do it again, taking down Apex. All of the advantage gone. Now, it's on Saiwu to try and save it. And he's picked up the one, almost chasing him through the smoke. That would have been it. He's got a minute. He can go a lot of places with this.
He could go towards A still. He could bait this out. They're both towards short. Breezy's low as well. And these are the sort of rounds Saiwu is a specialist in. Oh, the grenade is beautiful. Oh, he's going to line them up. He's done it! Again, Saiwu will keep them in the round. 33 frags to his name. This guy is something special. Every single game, he delivers. Oh my God, it felt like they'd thrown the round. It looked like it was done. NRG was so set up. It's the grenade. It doesn't do the damage, but it funnels them to line up for him. They have to try and avoid it. You can see them getting out of their chairs. That was a special round.
Anytime you see somebody pull a grenade in a 1 versus 2, you think, oh no, like, don't do it. It so often backfires. That was deadly. And so is Cirque, picking up the kill there on NBK. Breezy trying to relive that moment from earlier. Can't really blame him for it. Beautiful quad spray down, but this time they're not coming through. They're waiting a little bit. They might pounce any second now. There's the flash setup from Alex, and they're going to be rushing through. Breezy pre-firing, but Saiwu even better, crouching in and taking him down. And now Daps is going to fall. Apex with the follow-up, and they crush this defense. Nothing left of it.
This is such a crazy game. 4-on-2 now. Vitality looking for the 2-0. Tarek will fight back, but I think that's all the life they got in them. Remember, like I said, money is a factor going forward. Cirque actually had to save the AWP here. They are not going to have a lot at all. They're going to get $2,400 per player in the next round. If he goes down, they are absolutely done for, and the 3-0 is confirmed. Cirque has no choice. Exit kills are not worth it. I don't know why he's not getting the hell out of there, going to the other side of the map. It's not worth getting any kills at this point.
No.
He needs to get out.
They have enough. This is the weapon that they're going to have in the next round.
He has no kit. He's not going to be doing anything with this. The money is not a factor. They've got tons of it. Just move. Get away. Please.
Cinder Henry.
Please leave. Just get out.
He's on his knees begging. Just. Oh, man. Yeah, well, maybe he's just... I mean, if they were rushing him really aggressively, sometimes falling too far back, I guess, could also be dangerous. So maybe he's just thinking, I'm going to sort of hide in the open, and hopefully that'll work out. It does look like he's going to be safe, so...
Indeed.
But it is risky, I agree. If they could have counter-boosted, which he was sort of looking for, bit of a risk. But that's another round for Vitality, and... I mean, 1st to 19, Henry, they're a couple of rounds away.
They really are. And like I said, money's such a massive issue now. It's going to be pistols and UMPs, something like that. Cirque had such a strong start to it, but this B bomb site, it's been a 50-50 for Vitality. Sometimes they kill absolutely everyone, and then sometimes they do nothing at all. So interesting to see how that's been developing. Nice execution, quick smokes, in they go. And it is going to be 2-0 for Vitality. If they get the 3-0 on the T side, that's a bit of a death sentence for NRG as they switch over. And we'll see a tactical timeout here for NRG. So, AWP did get saved. Cirque can drop, what, like a FAMAS or something? That's about as exciting as it'll get. Yeah. That's what he does to Tarek.
So they have some utility. Would you play aggressive in this round if you're NRG? Just given the weapon.
I feel like Cirque doesn't necessarily have to go balls to the wall, but he might have to go for the first kill towards middle. Maybe to change a pick he hasn't done before yet. Maybe he goes towards long on the flower bed. Just something just to mix it up, considering he knows that low money. That's where Vitality have been focusing those sort of rounds. Let's get him just somewhere he can get the opening kill.
He was thinking about that spray through Apex for just a minute, but he didn't want to do it. I love this boost, and they're pretty quick to set it up. Not going to catch anyone, but even not seeing anyone here could still be a little bit of information to work with. Very defensive Vitality team you're seeing here. Not really wanting to give anything away.
That's best way to do things. They've made a couple of blunders with their pushes against pistols, going in with advantages with one player, and they go towards long. That's why I wanted to see the AWP in that position. That's why I'd like to see Cirque there, because it's the most obvious place to go if you know you're up against the pistols, right? So if Cirque was there, could have been a different story, got that first pick, but he's not.
They're all in A. Oh, sorry, all in B. There's just Daps there with the CC.
This is a gamble stack if ever I've seen one, but they still have time to rotate. As a benefit of Overpass, you can get back towards the A side relatively quickly as Tarek arrives right now.
Yeah, that's good news. You really don't want to be fighting this round with just they're circling that defense all over the place. And I don't think it's based on any particular kind of knowledge. It's just sort of like well, we've been B for a while. Let's head towards A. It might work out. Oh, they might actually be running into them. Saiwu, off for the scope. They're setting up the grenades. That's when you want to peek, and Cirque is there. It's beautiful timing out of Cirque. Going to be returned, though. Saiwu able to pick it up, and now they're rotating back, and that's a huge problem.
They spotted 3 players towards that A side. The rotations have been decent. I like this position from Ethan, though. He might be overlooked in all the panic. There's only 15 seconds here. He needs to find a quick frag. He does a little bit of damage. That's not going to be enough. That helps, so Daps at the CZ at range takes down MBK, but the bomb will be planted at this stage. Problem is, they have one flashbang for the retake, a FAMAS, a CZ, and the AWP actually isn't that beneficial. Saiwu misses a shot, though. Oh! Does he ever make up for it, though? And there we have it. It's going to be the 3-0 for Vitality. NRG backs to the wall now, Anders. What a shot that was.
And poor Cirque, he was smoked off when he arrived, and they threw a second smoke. He had to go through. But what an absolutely grotesque deagle shot coming out from Saiwu.
You should see the chat right now on the server. No one can believe what he's just done. Oh, I thought that was the moment of, okay, that might be it. They might get a chance. Look at this. Mid-air, boom.
Wow, it was against Tarek, Oh my God.
Just pins him to the wall.
And Tarek actually, he had to go through. Like, there was no choice. So once he hears that second smoke, he's like, well, I'm done. I've got to do it.
The missed shot was a lifeline, but it was actually a death sentence by the looks of things.
He was just setting him up for an even better kill.
Well, one round will do it on the CT side for Vitality. Unbelievable scenes. It looked like NRG in regulation. They were just so strong on their T side, but here we are.
Yeah, but Vitality, they were really struggling as well on CT side. They got, what, 5 rounds in the regulation? So anything can happen right now. What a game to begin a semi-finals with. Tarek sneaking on up. I'm hearing at least one huge fan of Alex, and there's Tarek to pick up Saiwu. So good beginning here for NRG. They need 3 in a row to get that double overtime. That's a difficult task still.
I respect the effort. Come on, boys, get stuck in. There you go. Right. 5 on 4. Saiwu goes down first. 36 kills to his name. NBK patrolling towards middle. NRG will need 3 clean rounds on their T side to take us to double overtime. It's going to be such a reach for them. For now, though, advantage lies with them. Vitality slowing the round right down. They're going to drop the utility. 30 seconds remaining. They've still got a smoke and a flashbang. They can use that smoke efficiently. It can be the difference maker. Apply pressure to NRG, and they're going to finish up towards A. MBK, Apex, they have the smoke. That's huge. That is a massive smoke now. Will it be enough?
Circuit spotted. They know. They're calling in the backup already. 15 seconds. Have they left enough time on the clock here? NRG, the flashbang is absolutely beautiful, but RBK,
the bomb's down.
Yeah, he gets another one. 6 seconds left. I don't think they can do it. NBK falling back. They can't find RBK in time. It is absolutely done. Alex on his feet. 19 rounds, and they win map number 1. What a way to get there, Henry.
That's been one of my favorite maps to cast in some time. That was absolutely wild. Alex has reason to celebrate. He delivers in that game. 32 frags for him. Saiwu 36. NRG, they had great numbers as well. Breezy actually gets the most on the server with 38, but and as that game had it all, we had the clutches, we had the ridiculous shots, we went right down to the wire in overtime, but it was the momentum that Vitality picked up in the first half of their T side that really ran away with it.
But this is their map pick, right?
Yes,
So
indeed. It looked like NRG were going to steal it away.
it absolutely did. What a heroic performance out of Alex. I can't believe it. It's so good. We're going to go to a break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Introducing the ECS Premium Pass. The unique viewing experience allows you to get further into the action. It enables you to focus on any player within the game and even the ECS official observer. Subscribers will have access to interactive HUD, detailed statistics on all players and an improved minimap and much more. All Faceit TV Twitch subscribers will receive full access to 11 additional streams for the ultimate CS viewing experience. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe now for only $4.99 and watch CS the way you want to.
Now the times are changing, we're standing in the line. By the by, we'll get through this. Side by side, we'll walk through this together.
Welcome back to the ECS Season 7 Finals, where before the break, we saw Vitality take the first map of that best of 3 series, and what a map it was, guys. It went all the way, even into overtime.
Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I think NRG were the best playing team coming into the game. They put on a pretty good performance in the first half. I think Vitality, they got a little bit lucky fighting their way back in it. The only reason they were still in the game after the first half was because of Saivu. He had an amazing round with the 5K ace, where he picked up an AK and just dismantled the entire NRG team. Without him in that first half, Vitality would probably have lost the game by then. They were able to fight back though, and NRG must feel pretty sad about letting this one go out of their hands.
Yeah, it really felt like this was the one that got away. And I mean, once we got further into the game, especially onto that second half, we saw, you know, the hometown hero Alex really getting into his own. He pretty much kept, you know, going toe-to-toe with Zayu in terms of frags, which is a really impressive feat in itself. And yeah, it was just individual performances towards the end that actually brought it around for Vitality, because even in the second half, you had multiple opportunities for NRG to actually close this out. We have a 2v4 situation that they ended up losing that, you know, on any given day they probably should be winning. You know, that kind of stuff that really just comes back to haunt you towards the end of it. So NRG probably not feeling too happy about how that panned out, but we have to consider this was Vitality's map pick.
Yes, yeah, of course. And I mean, just highlighting Breeze on the scoreboard there.
Yeah,
looking absolutely
insane.
phenomenal. On round 26 had that incredible 4K where he just absolutely sprayed down Vitality. It must be heartbreaking for him after putting in so much work into that map.
I think it's heartbreaking for the entirety of the NRG team. As Halvor said, they had so many chances to win that game. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Vitality won 4 or 5 clutches in a row on that second half where it could have gone both ways. It was a 2 versus 2, it was a 4 versus 2, it was a 3 versus 3. NRG had plenty of chances to take this game and actually secured it in the back. And as you said, it was Vitality picking an overpass, but we couldn't really see that in the game. I feel both teams played somewhat decent, and I think when it got into the later stages of the game, it was a brawl, it was a fight, and in the end, Vitality were the stronger team.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as we were discussing, the old NRG pre-Tarek, this used to be their map, right? I mean, were we surprised at all to see this coming out in the pick for Vitality?
I mean, I was a little bit taken by surprise. I thought they would have stood, I guess, had a bigger of an advantage if they went into a map like Nuke, for instance.
Sure.
But then again, they might have felt like playing Nuke so much that they have, you know, the last couple of weeks that they have some very clear issues with the map in terms of how their T-sides get locked down by aggressive play, that kind of thing. That's something they've alluded to, you know, in their post-game interviews leading up to this finals. So. Or semifinals. So that might be why they, you know, shy away from it. And I mean, when they come away with a victory on Overpass as well, you can't really fault them for their pick. But yeah, that could have very easily swung into NRG's favor.
Well, I mean, we saw some incredibly close rounds. Obviously, just one of the screens, Zayu looking like giving an absolute masterclass. Really, he was looking absolutely phenomenal. We can see the emotion coming out in this team, which especially from Alex, man. He's got his England flag on the back of his chair. He looked absolutely pumped when he got that win.
And he's giving us a show. Alex is the guy that is a little bit underrated maybe from this Vitality lineup. We often talk about MBK, we talk about Cyber, we talk about Apex, but the guy who's been playing, I would say, the second best for Vitality as of late has been Alex. And today again in this semi-final, he's showing up, he's playing solid, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes, he also gets angry or happy when it doesn't go for him, but he's a player that you can get behind, right? He's emotional, he seems to be a fun guy to be around, and the way and the type of Counter-Strike that he's playing right now is fundamentally sound, and I think that's a word you can probably put on Vitality, you know, and that's not typically Frenziers, so that's some credit to be given there as well. The fact that the Frenzies right now are playing some fundamental solid Counter-Strike that allows Cyber to be the star player, that allows Apex to do some weird stuff once in a while and get away with it.
Yeah, you can very clearly see, I guess, the essence of LDLC that Alex has brought with him into, you know, the old guard of French Counter-Strike, because one of the reasons why we saw them fall off from 2015 and beyond is the fact that they kind of refused to revitalize themselves. They refused to play anything outside of that crazy force spying, you know, running with pistols kind of a type of game until now. And now they're finally, you know, reaping the rewards of that, luckily. And I think Alex has a ton of credit to, you know, he deserves a ton of credit for that.
Now, we've got a lot of rounds that we could be breaking down from that map. You've managed to whittle it down to a few, Halvor. Do you want to give us an idea of what they contain?
Yeah, we can do a quick rundown. So we've got 3 rounds for the people at home, and they're predominantly going to be focused around Vitality. And it's going to be good and bad. And we're going to be starting it off with a bit of a, you know, nice treat from Zayu. And he was really the catalyst for this Vitality squad. So that's kind of, I feel that's fair. And this is going to be the ace that he started off Vitality with in that second half. Starts off with the initial kill over towards Long, and somehow, as the sole defender on that A-bomb side, manages to mop up 4 NRG players. Again, the quick swap over to the AK, just so crisp, just knowing how long it's going to take for him time in terms of, you know, having the weapon switch animation, all of that to go through before he goes into the peak. Just excellent play from start to finish.
Unbelievable.
And this is exactly what I talked about coming into it, right? Cyber playing some fundamental solid Counter-Strike, always being good for those plays. The second clip here is the 4 versus 2 situation we had, where again, you'd say NRG, they're leading 11-8, they're in a 4 versus 2 situation, but Vitality, time and time again, they were able to find solutions, they were able to step up when needed. Apex in this scenario getting a nice 2K on short and making sure that they could win this round. And that's why I feel Vitality is is, I wouldn't say lucky, because it takes skill, you know,
Yeah,
to win that many
absolutely.
clutches in a row. But NRG must feel a little bit
Gutted.
let down, you know. They must feel gutted, because they should win this one. You don't lose 6 clutches in a row if you're not making mistakes. So NRG did.
No, exactly. And we have one more demo that we're going to be breaking down here. Have a
Yeah, and it's a very quick one. And it kind of goes more into what Jacob was saying about the fact that, yeah, you know, you might think that Vitality have been a little bit lucky, but again, it's not like they didn't make mistakes either. And one of them that is going to be over towards the B bomb site, where we see RPK is going to move in with the Mac 10 versus the Nico round. It's going to clear out positions. He's actually going to, well, not fully clear out the smoked off barrels, and that's actually going to lead Apex, well, to kind of just run past everything. That allows for Reezy to find 2 opening kills, which again becomes a nightmare of a situation for Vitality. These are the rounds where you're meant to build your economy, you're meant to get an easy start to your second half. Instead, it becomes a full-out brawl. Luckily, they do manage to salvage it towards the end of it, but it's those kind of mistakes, those kind of slip-ups that can very easily cost you. And we did see later on in round 25 that NRG actually brought it back with a pistol force buy. You know, that was Ethan, Tarek pushing in towards water. They had one player pinching in from underpass. All of a sudden, 3 players on the side of Vitality dead. NRG bringing around back. You know, so still mistakes. So it's not just all luck. They did have their fair share of hiccups as well. So, you know, even though it gets close, even though it goes to overtime on the Vitality's map pick, it is still a deserved victory.
Yeah, well, you highlighted it earlier, Pim. You said it was incredibly back and forth, and it was. It really went down to the wire. But, of course, we are going to be heading into our second map. But very soon, it's NRG's map pick, Mirage, and we're going to be heading into that after this break. Don't go anywhere.